I'm wearing my Es La Vie. I'm wearing my La Vie Est bell for the first time. Nanuka vizuri. Sorry to start you off in the bathroom. I was excited. I'm excited to talk to you. I hope I'm not looking white. So, how are you guys? Me, I am well. I've been singing, so now I've lost my voice. I don't even have a singing voice, but now I've lost it completely. But I needed to sing. Do you understand? I needed to sing because I'm happy. I'm getting into the mood of celebrating that my books are here. They arrived on Wednesday, the first day of the Esther's fast. I thought they would take so long from Trilogy because they had communicated that they were like, when it's a holiday, when it's holiday season, shipments will take long. But they arrived same day as my Amazon books. I had ordered 2 from Amazon, and we had ordered 1 from Barnes and Noble. It hasn't come in yet. But anyway, I'm saying all this to say I did not let myself get into that mood until I was done fasting. So yesterday, even before I broke my fast, I was suddenly excited. I needed to open the book to send a photo to Tosh. He was making these invites, because we are going to have a book signing next week on Saturday, the 27th. And that will be a gathering of friends in Worcester. We hardly get to see each other in Maju. People do get to see each other, especially people who went to school together, people who made friends. There are people who will always have friends, like firstborns. I have that theory, and it keeps being proven time and time again. Me, as a lastborn, I go outside, you hurt me a little, I'll hibernate for a long while. But I try. I have this very good sense of people. Sometimes I feel like I understand people better. But I don't let things slide. That is the last born in me. Anyway, so we don't get to meet often. Some people do, some don't. But that will be a nice gathering in our local Kenyan restaurant, Tembo Grill. I love the way the lady at Tembo Grill cooks. I keep wondering, does she cook? Is she the only one who cooks? Because her food tastes the same, season in, season out. Her pilau will taste the same. Her mbuzi, will taste the same, Her snacks, the same, okay? So, me kwanza, I wanted to start with the song. Gadho ishida shishokia, mwadhi wako ndio doa shamanene, ojekeire orotoro kumagyo, hede shodhere wombo dendarosho, ginya tene amukera sho, gadho shitori kumondi ninde wakwa, negwonetse wembwega Jesu kyabararere wombo dendarosho ginya tene reure. The book I'm singing for and about is not fiction. It's non-fiction. It is a real story, okay? Those are very sensitive, and it's also a memoir. So when you're reading it, remember that it will cause you to have ghost pimples. You'll be like, guy, why is she saying these things? And why is it so familiar? See, my life is like this. See, our family is like this. So this book is it's just like the Bible. You can read the Bible forever, but once God, the Spirit of God now wants to take you and guide you through, see, the Bible will, what is the word? It will trigger you. It will make you see, guy, Yideyoti Duta inside the book. That means, isn't this Duta? Isn't this? Yes. So me, myself, and I, Plus, my mother keeps confirming to me, see, we've had a season with my mother. Yani, God has kept her there with all the stories she's collected from before, from the people I never met. She grew very closely to her grandmother. And I wish she could tell the whole story, but the Lord lets me have it in parts. Now, after she's told me all these stories, these stories don't really appear in the book. I just touch on that because these are my stories for me to find myself as a woman. And this is so important right now as I'm getting into a mom-in-law. I've been a mom. I have fumbled that sometimes. I have done it well sometimes. There's this very strange thing I didn't think was happening. My son was angry at me because I didn't realize how much of a mom I was, and I was shortchanging myself. My son was angry for a long time, and he's reacting. I tell my brother-in-law, and he tells me, he comes back with the report, your son is just bothered that you don't think you're a good enough mom. And I can remember thinking, seeing my mom also going through that, seeing my grandmother also going through that. But we're in this generation of looking at people. I like to affirm who is in my life to affirm. I am telling my daughters things about themselves so that they know. Kwanza, I never want them to doubt that they are loved and accepted. Or if you come in looking like sijui how, if you come in, although they are so beautiful, but no matter how you come, you are already loved. Like your love was here. It was just waiting for you. Isn't that what God also does? I love when he teaches us things, so that we walk in this world like him. We know that we have dominion. We are like gods. I hate the time I've wasted doubting myself. And then there was a lot to doubt. You come into the world and you think, any other people are beautiful like this. They were made like this. You go running again to hide. And yet God loves you so much. Your partner loves you so much. I don't know why I said partner. I hate the word. Your spouse loves you so much. Your children think the world of you, but you're thinking. So you always send the wrong message. Let's go open our books because they're here. They're here. I ordered the books I thought would be enough. But now I'm doubting if there'll be enough. Maria. They're over there, so I want to open with you. So you guys will hold that tripod as I bring up the box and open. Okay, get it here. So I ordered 50 books. I don't know what I was thinking because I've realized that most people prefer buying them from me. I just hope we'll have enough for the book signing. I'm going to immediately place another order for enough so that some will go to Kenya. So I haven't quite landed on a number. Oh, they're so well padded, as you can see. And voila! Let me do that so you guys can see. At some point during production, I was in doubt of how the book will look. I didn't feel, even my sons were like, that workmanship is like AI, because of course they're very good at computer stuff. It doesn't feel enough. And then I had sent a form. The first form I sent, I said the colors should be like this. The second I sent, say, because it was back and forth a little bit, I said the colors should be dark and moody. When they send me the 2 pictures for approval. You get 2. Wazunguni was strict. You get 2. This was the better choice. But along the way, I've fallen in love with it. And let me tell you, during approval, things were not looking so amazing. But I'm telling you, it is quality. It is such good quality, first of all. And then so much clarity. You see me there. And then the paper is such quality. I was so scared that they would use, what did we used to call it? I used to work in a stationery shop. There was this paper that was such low quality. The quality is so good. And I'm used to, you know, seeing books with the content and the table of contents. After all, that's what they teach us in English 101, how to have a table of contents and all that. But imagine they decided to do the whole dedication that I wrote. They spread it out over 5 pages. It's amazing. And then they have all their details here. My publisher was Trilogy. It's a branch of TBN. I can say that I'm happy to have worked with them. They are very strict on their part, so you have to be also. And then it requires so much of you. I have to tell you one thing, because I was writing this book over a period of 7 years. I would come in and just add stuff, remove stuff, and all of that. Sometimes I'm writing with emotions. Actually, the first manuscript I ever wrote did not make it, because I cried the whole time. It was just bringing up all the emotions of my childhood and all that. So at some point, I actually reached Orlando and I thought, oh, so arriving here wasn't Canada, it was Orlando. So I finished that book because I wasn't working. I stayed in Orlando 3.5 months. When I finished that book, and we had at that point arrived to a point where we are thinking, Habi doesn't like the US, he wasn't liking his job. And there's no way we can go to Canada without, you know, real status. So we decided, since he has this job, I go back to Canada and get status, right? Because McDonald's was sponsoring PR, only for me to go there and all the doors were just shutting. So Aki, I was feeling like a failure. But anyway, I was saying all this to say, when I arrived in Orlando and I put the period on that book that I was writing, I even got Habi to print it for me. I contacted a Christian publisher and I was thinking, this is done. Kumbe safari ilikuwa ndefu, you know. So arriving here, let me just say, arriving here is North America. But God has taken us through different paths. And that's why I always say, I feel like we're doing the Abrahamic journey. He went through a lot of places. And then his son, because he was not free, they had not still come to the point of freedom, because Abraham had come from a family of idol worshippers, okay? I want you to just grasp this piece. Abraham had come from a family of idol worshippers, and God looks at him. He's a man with a godly heart, you know, an obedient heart. God knows I can use this person. There are a lot of people also who are very good, but whenever they see worldly things and worldly methods they can use to gain property, to gain fame, they will go for that because it's easy. Well, it's not easy, but they go for that because it's accessible, it's tangible, okay? But this was a guy who would listen and obey. So he comes out, first of all, he's married into the family, so there's a lot of issues there. And also they're not getting babies, but they were comfortable. So God is like, take your wife Sarah and go to a place where you will have a child there and I will bless your generations. So it's like, of course, if that is what it takes to have a son. Along the way, everything that happened to them was so weird, you know. He has this beautiful wife. He gets into lies so easily. They lie to the Pharaoh that this is my sister. Pharaoh lies with Sarah. Yeah, it was convenient. They took that. Let me tell you, some things seem so easy in the moment, and then you have eternal regret. They live there, and they're like, we can do this. Ndio, si Sarah, you're okay. Even me, I'm okay. Yeah, it's Let's not talk about it. Let's pack it up. We are okay. They go to Gerar, and he says the same thing. Sarah, she do that thing. They compromise again as a family. They come into agreement. So all these agreements they were coming into, it's because of the background. Do you see how idols work? Yeah, wrong altars rather work. That night, God is like, yeah, Abraham, you didn't feel bad. You didn't feel bad enough. So I'm going to talk to Abimelech because he seems to have brain. Talks to Abimelech, tells him, listen, because you have taken somebody else's wife, there will be disease in your family. I will close all the wombs. Women will not be giving birth. God cursed the family because he dared touch the chosen one. Let me tell you, there's so many people, Aki, just innocently, they will call you names. They will do something wrong to you because you're carrying yourself that way. You don't look like anything. Kumbe, they touched the chosen one. Do you know why God protects the chosen one so much? Because they are like that. They are like that. They are weak. They seem stupid. They're so annoying. So you fumble them because they are fumbleable. It's very easy to fumble the chosen ones. I have fumbled some chosen ones. Let me tell you, the beating, the repentance with tears and groaning. So, yeah, imagine a whole season. No children are being born, wounds even on the skin. He gives back the wife, plus gold, silver, everything. Nego. So they leave, they go somewhere else. And it continues. Okay, I don't think he gave his wife again. This time it took him the lesson twice. Because let me tell you, there are people who live in a way, in sinful ways. I don't know if you've heard about the empires that fell. I don't know if this is mythology, but have you watched Spartacus? I'm sorry, I have watched Spartacus. But yes, such kind of sin, so sinful that even God turns away his face until he is ready. He destroys people he knows will never change their mind. And then, anyway, it comes, this generation is getting older. Isaac gets born. And then when he's old, he takes his wife Rebecca because there's no food. Food. These greener pastures is what takes us from land to land. It has been the history of the world. He takes her, and God says, don't go to Egypt. Egyptians were powerful. If it was Egypt he went, he would have given Sarah free and even added more. You want even servants here. God says don't go to Egypt. He goes to Gerar. And Abimelech does the same thing. Isaac lies with Rebecca. This is my sister. You be my sister. Is it your sister? Are you sure? Because you don't look alike. It's my sister. Okay. And then later Abimelech, God saved that nation. Abimelech sees Isaac caressing her. And he is like, Isaac, didn't you say this is your sister? Get out of my land. And then he is still given a thrashing for chasing him. Because it's God who said, go there. Do you know there are people who get so much thrashing because of how they treat us as immigrants abroad? They're like, hey, how are these people? Because we are funny. We are very funny. Our accents are so annoying. Some worse than others. Some will still get favor despite their accents. Sometimes it's because of color. Yes. So wherever Isaac goes, he gets blessings. To a point, Abimelech comes with his soldiers and tells him, hey, Isaac, I see that God is with you. He has blessed you throughout. Even your crops are doing better than ours. What's up with this? And they break bread. Isaac was like, see, you guys chased me. Why are you coming? We've seen that God blesses you. Some people are going to come back and tell you that we have seen God's hand on you and we just want to be associated. Okay? That's a lovely story. Anyway, we've seen that kind of a semblance in our lives, like, hey, we are doing the Abrahamic journey. How come we have not settled? Where will we settle? And God is like, I'm still taking you till you arrive that place of sweet waters. Glory to God. I can't say that starting over has been easy. I don't mind the starting over bit, that's exciting. But kuhama, kupack, kubeba vitu up and down the stairs, and imagine sometimes that's the spiritual price you have to pay. Anyway, the books are here. The signing is a week from now. I'm going to add the invite if you're in Massachusetts, even if it's not Worcester or West Boston or surroundings. The event is in West Boston. Do a road trip and come. Let us break bread together. Let us honor that woman of God. She's always so welcoming. Let us get these books to you. Read the story. This is my story, but it reflects so many other people abroad. I don't know if you know. I know some people have seen that. The people who come here or go away are not the best. They're the ones who leave because there was a situation back home, and they're preluded by the people who didn't have a situation back home. They just had chances, real chances, told relatives money, and they're sent, they make way. And then the people who look around and they're like, guy, there's no help. Let me go to another country. The people who come are the ones who have suffered, have had trouble and all of that. They come looking for a chance, and the journey, not only are they broken from home, living that life of lack, so that even poverty is their own mentality. You know, their mentality is, sometimes you talk to someone and you're like, hey, okay, I'm never going to see you again, you know, and they ask, you know, we are not the best. Even in our families, we are the Joseph. We are so annoying. You know, nobody would have bet on us. But God sends us here to give us a chance, because every time you would speak in your family, among the people who knew you, that thing would be done, because nyamaza aki, you don't talk no more, shut up. You know, so God brings us over to give us a chance. And this chance is weird because a lot of people are clamoring for it. I see people saying, oh, Maju, you're doing these things like Maju. Oh, Maju. Have you seen the houses in Kenya? We all want that. But since we left, we cannot come back until we accomplish the purpose that God, you know, brought us here for. So, arriving here, all these books that I have here will have my signature, and get ready. I'm sending the books to Kenya soon. I'll give a $1 discount. The book is going for $20.99 on Amazon. I'll give a $1 discount, so you'll get it at $20, both in America and in Kenya. $2K in Kenya, just so that we are able to get back the money we used to publish. It was a lot of money, so we need to gather that back. I'm very broke right now. So the books will come to you if you can buy them, read the story, get to know a little about our journey and what gets us so broken. Alafu, yeah, if you need more, I will send more. I have a 3-year contract with TBN. Let us show them that Africans are actually the money makers. Let me tell you, when you have a business here, people will say, oh, fashion your business in a way that Wazungu will also patronize you. And I say, Kenyans are where the money is. They buy because they understand. You know, if it is food, they crave it, they want it. You know, Mzungu walizoea wapi chapati? They will even prefer a tortilla because they've been tasting Mexican food for the longest time. I find that Kenyans, even though they know our food and love it, they haven't come to a point where they really quite understand Kenyan food. Also, it's because we also don't understand our food. We change our eating habits so much when we come here, mostly because we get inflammation. The food just doesn't sit right with our gut. But it's a lot of things. People always say, reach out to, appeal to the mzungu. No, Africans, you guys are the money. Do you see how wealthy you are? Everything you touch, the generation now that your parents and your grandparents have paid a price for, everything you touch turns to gold. Do not laugh at us who don't touch things and they turn to gold. We are paying a price for our generations. I can see when my grandkids touch a thing, it will be like more than gold. We paid the price. So I hope you understand my jargon. I hope you understand what I'm saying. And yes, I'm so excited, to put this book out. I'm not excited for what you will discover, but it's the price you have to pay. Sometimes we give, we let go, and God does the rest, including covering us. Sawa sawa. So let me get things situated. I'll see you. This was all about unboxing the books with you. God bless you and keep you, make his face shine upon you, and give you peace. That is everything. Bye-bye.